Hey guys, welcome back to Bird Nest Farms. This is week 6 of our 2022 beekeeping series. This week we're going to be checking again, like we've done the last few weeks. We're going to be checking to see if we have space for the bees to grow and develop. Checking our supers and our deeps depending on what type of colony we have. We're also going to be checking our pest pressure to make sure that like our black ants have been giving us trouble here recently. We've put some ground cinnamon there. We'll check on that and see how that's going. We also want to check to make sure that we have eggs in each of the hives. So we'll do that again this week. And then of course we're going to check on that Supersedure cell that we've been kind of tracking and monitoring. So by this point, it's been a couple of weeks. She should have already emerged. Hopefully she went out, got mated, and made it back to the colony and started laying eggs. So I think we've probably got about a 75% chance that she was successful at that. That's just other people's percentages. I've never done the math myself to ensure that that's accurate, but that's just based off of what other beekeepers in this area kind of go by. So hopefully we'll see some eggs in that colony. Also, it's getting pretty hot out here, so we're going to switch over from our solid bottom board. So this is what all of the colonies kind of sit on. It's your solid bottom board here. We put that on for the winter to help with the bees. We're going to switch that out to the screen bottom board, so it helps them not have to work so hard to keep the colony cool. So we're going to do that. So we'll switch that out on especially some of the bigger hives. We noticed last week that there was a lot of festooning, I believe it's called, and a lot of bearding on the outside of the colony. So that's whenever all the bees are too hot, so they kind of hang out on the outside of the colony. So we noticed that last week. So that kind of gives us an indication that it's time to put the screen bottom boards on. So we'll do that, and we'll get into the colonies. If you guys enjoy this content, please give me a like. Please consider subscribing. And as long as it's fun for us and entertaining for you, we'll keep making these videos. Let's get into it. What'd you think? So this is Michael's hive. I'm going to jump in, see what Michael's hive is looking like this week. Wow, that's purplized down really hard. Why don't you go on the other side, right over here, so you can see, buddy. Ouch. Took one in the finger already. Alright, back up, baby. You don't want to get this on you. Why don't you come stand right here like I asked you to? Well, you can stand off to the side right there. Okay. I guess I smashed this bee, and that's why it stung me. Whenever I took the lid off. Yep, sure did. That was kind of rough taking the top inner cover off as well. So that's probably why they weren't too happy with me. And it is pretty early. So what you see, buddy? See some burr comb? Is that what you're seeing? Okay. Yeah. Okay, let me get in right here. So we're going to pull this frame out. Give us some room. It's full of honey. Capped honey. Mostly. Let's jump in the brood chamber real quick. Alright. Okay, what are you seeing? Yeah, you see bees. Okay, so I'm seeing some capped brood. Kind of hard to see in the light. I'm seeing eggs in the bottom. And I am seeing some some queen cups in here, but they're empty. So there's your queen cups, and as you can see there's nothing in there. They're empty. This is all your brood, capped brood. Looks really good. And on the back side of this frame, there are eggs in the very bottom down here. The lighting's not very good, so you're not going to get a good shot at them. But that is where your eggs are. So we've checked that. We're good there. See some pollen on some of these bees. I'm looking inside. I see brood on both sides, capped brood on both sides. So we're going to put this colony back together. And it looks like they have plenty of room just looking down into the top super. So that's what we need to see. I don't see any hive beetles or any pests. That is a good sign. It's starting to get a lot warmer now. So on some of the bigger colonies, we're going to start putting on screen bottom boards. So this one has a solid bottom board. So let's put this one back together and we'll catch you at the next one. Okay, so this is the hive that had the Supersedure cell a couple of weeks ago. You can tell that by our brick, indicating that something is abnormal here. We're not seeing a whole lot of activity out of the front of it compared to the others. So let's get in and see what's going on. Looks like very minimal build up on the top deep. Let's jump on down to the bottom deep and see how things are progressing here. So we got some pretty good bee coverage, maybe 4 frames here. They have it built out all the way out to here. Why don't you come on this side, buddy? Like right here. Watch that bee. See that bee right there? Stand over here. Look right here. Stand over there. There you go. All right. Let's give ourselves some space and see how we are looking here. Hopefully we'll see some eggs. We really kind of need to see something. So we've been watching that Supersedure cell for the last, what was it, about 3 weeks we've been watching that Supersedure cell since we noticed it. Do you remember? Yeah. You don't remember? Okay, so I'm seeing eggs. That's exactly what we were hoping for. You see the eggs in the bottom down there? Little specks. No, it's hard to see, huh? Okay, so that's good news.
Like kind of like golden?
No, they're like white. So this hive is absolutely packed with eggs. Let's see if I can get in closer here. Down in those cells. Trying to get sunlight, but anyway, down in those cells, packed with eggs on both sides of this frame, so that's good news. Just for the fun of it, I'm going to try to find where the Supersedure cell was. Oh, there's the queen. Totally missed her. Alright, she's going to be on the top of the frame there, so there's our new queen from the Supersedure cell that we've been monitoring. So you can see how she just kind of bulldozes her way through all the other bees. She's got that long, distended abdomen. And she's in there doing her thing. It'd be great if we could catch her one day, actually backing down into one of the cells. But anyway, let me put her back in there.
I think I saw her.
You saw her?
I think so.
Yeah. So let's put this back together. I got plenty of space. And we'll move on to the next one. Okay, so this is William's hive. I'm going to jump on into William's hive. Hey, buddy, you gotta come on this side. See where the camera is? Look, see where the camera is? So whenever you're right here, they can't see. There you go. Good job. Okay, and we put it back down for a second. You know why we do that? So that the bees can start eating a little bit of honey, and that slows them down a little bit. Okay, makes them calmer. That's why we give them smoke like we do. Okay. What are you seeing right here, William? What are you seeing on the top?
Beacon.
Oops. What are you seeing?
Beacon.
No, a little bit of burrcomb. You're right, but see how there was a little bit of ground cinnamon that came off of there? So they still have some ant pressure, but nothing like it had been. So it looks like the ground cinnamon is actually helping out. So I'm looking down into the super, and they are working this super here. So one thing I've noticed this week is that it seems like the flow has slowed down. So they do have some honey in here, but there's still plenty of room. So no need here to add a super. Still plenty of room. Super's really light. So lots of new comb in here. So let's give ourselves some room, see if we can get on down. I already see eggs. This queen's amazing. So you see eggs, dude? Look down there in the bottom of that cell. You see them? Oops.
No, but I do. I don't see eggs, but I know I have a queen.
Yeah, so good point. If you see eggs, you most likely have a queen. You could have a laying worker, but the way that you can tell the difference between a laying worker and a queen is the laying worker's eggs. There's going to be multiple eggs typically in the bottom of the cells, and her abdomen is a lot shorter, so she isn't able to reach all the way down into the cell like a queen can. So you can see down there in the bottom, the eggs are usually kind of in the center versus on the side of the honeycomb, or in the bottom of the cell. They're usually in the center versus off to the side. So that's kind of how you can tell the difference between a laying worker and a queen, having a queen. Also, the eggs that a laying worker has, that they'll grow to become drones because the queen is fertilized, so she lays fertilized eggs or unfertilized eggs. A laying worker can only lay unfertilized eggs. So we already got a screen bottom board on this one. We still got our ground cinnamon here, so we're good to move on to the next one. All right, so this is Liam's hive. I'm just going to jump into Liam's hive real quick like. Okay. What do you think we're going to see today in Liam's hive?
Some eggs.
You think we're going to see some eggs? Sure hope so. I'm noticing a lot more drone brood this week than what I've seen in the last few weeks. So the couple observations that I'm seeing is that things are slowing down here, and also that there's more drone brood this week in all of the hives. It's not just one, it's just a general observation. Yeah, you can go ahead and smoke them. So it's totally packed out here with bees. There you go. Good job. All right, so let's give ourselves some room to jump in here. Why don't you give them a little bit more smoke? They're a little jumpy. So on this super, I see pollen and honey at the bottom, which is great. Okay, watch out, bud. Yeah. Why don't you give them another little couple more puffs of smoke? Okay. There you go. Now you got it. All right. Okay, that's good. Good Lord, boy.
Are they mad?
Well, I think they just still a little early. So,
Still in the morning.
Yeah, still in the morning. And there is a lot of bees here, so maybe that's kind of why.
Yeah.
Okay, watch out. Let me get in there.
They just don't like it in the morning.
Well, all of your worker bees are, still kind of in the hive at this time. They're the ones that are kind of more aggressive, more difficult to work with. Yeah. So, okay, so I'm seeing eggs and larvae, young larvae, the bottom of the cells here. Lots of larvae at the bottom here. Oh, wait a minute. Put it back. Remember I said let's take one out at a time. The reason why we do that, buddy, is to make sure that we don't rub the frames together. Okay, see I have plenty of room here. I go straight down in the middle, and then I move it over. Okay, so we're going to take this one out. We're going to put it in the center of our space, like that. And we try to pick it up without touching anything else. Okay? This pattern is incredible. Let me try to show you real quick. Give me a little smoke, bud. Check out that pattern. Isn't that amazing? So this is Liam's hive. Liam's got an amazing queen. That is just unbelievable. Okay, so we'll put these guys back together. And we'll change out their solid bottom board for a screen bottom board. Okay, so we're going to set up on Savannas now. And we talked about changing out these solid bottom boards for screen bottom boards. So we'll go ahead and get started on that. You have to come on this side, buddy. Okay. Nice and easy. Good job. Go ahead and shut it back down. Good. All right, go ahead. Okay. Probably have to use our hive tool. There we go. Okay. Let me get a little smoke in there before we get too much further. Okay, go ahead. All right, so hey, put it down softly. Do you see how all those bees jumped out at you? Do you see that? Okay, you gotta put it down softly. They don't like that vibration. So look down and tell me what you see.
I see some bees, some honey.
Where are the majority of the bees at?
Huh?
Where's the most bees at? Wouldn't you agree that they're kind of like right in here? Right? So that's where our brood chamber is going to be. So let's just take a look real quick and see what's in there, okay? Ready? So let's give us some room. So we said they were right in here. So what I'll do is I'll open this one up. Okay, then jump right into this frame, which is right in the middle. That's where we usually see the eggs. Wow, look at that pattern, man. You see that? See how there's bees all the way across? So, yeah, I see eggs down here in the bottom. You see that? Okay, that's good. That's all we needed to do. So we see eggs in the very bottom down here of Savanna's hive. Way down there at the bottom, we can see eggs. It's a good, decent little pattern she's got here. Look on this side. Look at that pattern. That's a good pattern right there. All right, so let's put Savanna's hive back together, and we will move on to the next hive. Okay, we're at Brianna's hive now. Jump in real quick and take a look. Good Lord.
Tight good.
Huh?
That's tight good.
Yeah, they propylize it down so hard that everything kind of sticks together, and I try to be gentle, and that wasn't gentle, was it? Yeah. So looking down in here, they haven't even really started. See, just a slight bit of wax that they're starting to build up on this top deep. Let's jump on down, see what the bottom deep looks like. Seeing any hive beetles, man?
Nope.
No? Okay, good. All right, let's jump on in. See a little bit of burr comb on the top. What my big helper is kind of cleaning off. This frame's got nectar all the way to the end. A little bit of cap brood at the very bottom. Gonna jump on into the brood chamber. Okay, so we're seeing here eggs, cap brood. Filled out really good. There's eggs all the way to the corners. A little bit of cap brood on this side. Let's see. So that top right corner, let's see, right in there is where your eggs are. You can see some larva. There we go. There's the egg. So looking good on this one. So lots of eggs in here on the bottom, some cap brood there in the center. You can see larva all the way to the ends. Trying to get a good light. There we go. Okay, so this one looks good. We're going to put it back together. Move on to the next one. Alright, this is Alexander's hive. So I'm going to jump in real quick.
These bees are not too mad.
Yeah, they're washboarding right now. See them cleaning down there?
They're good cleaners.
Yeah, they're very good cleaners. Why don't you come on this side so you're not into the front of them? Okay. Put this right here. Alright. So looking down in here, what do you see? You see anything?
I see honeybees.
Yeah, they haven't really started filling this one out yet. Okay. Watch out, buddy. Okay. So let's jump down into here. Okay. Give ourselves some room to work. Man. Hard to be gentle when they have it all propylized, huh, buddy? Okay, let's jump on into the brood chamber. See what we got. Do see a lot of bees. I'm seeing eggs. Oh yeah. Smoke's coming right at me. You know, they say smoke follows beauty, right? So is that why smoke always comes to me, you think? All right, so in this bottom cells here, you can see the eggs and larvae down there at the bottom. So that's what we're looking for. Everything is looking good here. So we'll put this one back up. Move on to the next one. Not seeing any hive beetles. We've got plenty of room. Plenty of bee space. Plenty of coverage. I just wanted to get a shot real quick of this tallow. So the tallow's starting to kind of have its tails come out. So that's really good for our area. It means the bees will start having some resources, some different resources soon. So just thought that was really cool. See the early or the beginnings of it. Alright guys, so that's going to wrap up week 6 video for our 2022 beekeeping series. So this week we were able to finally see that Supersedure cell. So the queen finally emerged. She went out, got mated, and successfully made it back to the hive. And we got to see her and some of the eggs that she had laid this week, so that was really good. We also, a couple of observations is we're starting to see the tallow kind of start to blossom, so that's good news. Hopefully we'll get some rain soon. That'll help out with the tallow flow. We are starting to see the bees slow down a little bit. So they're not building quite as much comb, and they're not putting quite as much nectar into the hives as they had been the last few weeks. So a little bit of a slowdown there. And also we're noticing a little bit more drone brood. So I don't know if you guys, any other beekeepers in Southwest Louisiana, are noticing more drone brood this time of year, but anyway, it's just something that we noticed. So next week we're going to kind of explore a little bit. I got 2 colonies that are a little bit more aggressive than I'm accustomed to dealing with. It was some cutouts that were given to us, and so we're going to keep an eye on that. If they're as aggressive as they are right now, we're probably going to requeen those, and I'll make a separate video with that. Anyway, thanks for watching. Please give us a like, comment, and subscribe. If you like watching our videos, as long as it's fun for us and entertaining for you, we'll keep making them. See you next week.